What is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, sorry that intro sounded a little bit weird there, but what we're going to be getting into today is discussing what we got right here, the Kobe 6 Dodgers, and well, the prices have actually dropped a decent amount on these. Oh, sorry, I was looking like a ghost there for a second, but the prices have dropped on these a decent amount considering that these just released yesterday, and I actually want to discuss if these are still worth the hold, which of course I have some opinions on it long term, yes. And we'll get into discussing what could happen over the next few months with this particular pair in terms of its resale prices. Excuse me, it is early over here on Saturday, but we got to get up early and get started because USPS closes early today. So you know what I mean. I got to get over there early and we'll get stuff dropped off. Because shout out to everyone on Whatnot. You know what? We're gonna just hop in to the intro today. If you guys want to check me out on my Whatnot page down below, do not forget we're going live there today. And if y'all missed the live today, it's all good because this will probably be out a little bit later tonight. Make sure you guys check out some of the upcoming streams. Our next stream, I believe, is going to be for the Tourmaline SBs. That's special right there. We're doing tons of them starting at $1. And if that isn't our next stream, we're just going to do another one where we either do a ton of SB4, something like that, where we'll be entertaining. And again, we don't just do sneakers. We always do, tons of other items, giveaways. So if that's something you're interested in, check out those lives. Do not miss it. Bookmark those streams so when I go live, it notifies you. And of course, you guys can check us out at Resell Vision down below, the undermarket sneakers that we do there. My IGs, if you just want to see some of the content that I post, I'll probably try and get another reel out today. I know I've been slacking a little bit with that recently, but we've been going crazy again on Whatnot, so I've been packed with that, but it's all good. I've been attending to the other things as well, so I appreciate you guys. I hope y'all will enjoy, and let's get into discussing if this pair right here is a stellar hold. Oh, and if you want more, subscribe and like. I don't even know if I said that in the intro, which I usually say that first, but hey, it's all good. Maybe we forgot today, or maybe I'm repeating myself, so let's just get started. So with discussing this pair right here, again, a very unique one. I mean, check out the details and how, look how that's hitting in hand, man. Come on. Like, that is a nice pair of sneakers right here. Like, you already know, taking one look at these, like, this is a sneaker that in the future will probably be 400 or 500 bucks. But right now, if you take a look at the prices, it's between a range of about $230 to $280. And we'll dive into that again in depth in a second. But just take a look at these. They have the big team name behind them. The Dodgers aren't going anywhere. Check out that plate in the center right there, carbon fiber. That is very, very clean. Also, again, just the kind of royal blue, scaly look. I don't know why I'm such a big fan of that. Like, I don't even know the Dodgers like that. Like, I really don't. But like, I see this sneaker and I'm like, man, this is just clean. Again, even if you aren't a Dodgers fan, I feel like you have to admit a little bit, like, this is just a well done sneaker. Like, it just is. Aside from that, y'all can also see that red signature on the back, and check out that blue plate. It's kind of the same color as what we got right here. Again, that scaly look. Y'all can see the baseball threading on the top right there. That is just too nice. Insoles, of course, the red Kobe logo on that kind of dark blue insole, and y'all can see these look like they'd be comfy. This is one of those Kobe shoes that you see and you're like, man, I know people are already going to be rocking these casually. Again, this isn't just one of those Kobe sneakers that you're going to see primarily on the court. Like, I bet you I'm going to see a few people just rocking these, wearing them around, you know what I mean, just as a casual shoe, just because it's that nice. I'm gonna keep it real. Also, there is a ton of Dodgers fans out there, so yeah, there probably is going to be a decent amount of people just wearing them, well, for that reason. So in my opinion, I think there's a lot of potential on the sneaker just for how wearable it is. So that's one reason why I do think it is a good long-term hold. Of course, over the next few months, it's not going to make much progress in my opinion, considering, well, a lot of people took dubs yesterday. Shoot, check this out. I took a double dub. I never really be hitting like this. I do hit consistently. I'll admit, like, Nike be showing me some love, but yeah, like, it never happens like this. So I just want to let y'all know that usually lets me know there's probably a little bit more stock out there. And if I find numbers on Twitter, then I'll let you guys know. That's also a really good place. You guys can always search for sneaker information in case you're a little bit newer to it. Hey, just make sure you guys follow some good pages on Twitter. Twitter be dropping a lot of info, so I just want to give y'all a little bit of information right there. But aside from that, man, this is just a nice pair of sneakers. I like them. So let's get into discussing the prices, because I know a lot of y'all are here for that, if it's still worth the hold. Let's go. I just had to sneeze there. My bad, y'all. But aside from sharing that info, there was about 41,000 pairs that dropped yesterday on the sneakers app in the US. Now, considering those numbers, that's actually pretty good for a hype sneaker release, and also for a Kobe sneaker. Usually, we're getting around 30,000 pairs. And actually, for reference, go look at the Kobe 4 Philly. That is a pair that, again, I've liked how it's performed. Like, over time, it's done pretty consistent. But that one got about 35,000 pairs, and it looks fairly similar to these. And they haven't really gone up in price like that within the last few months. So understanding that, that's how I feel for this sneaker. It's a very, very, very similar colorway, and well, it's just on a different model. Now, I do feel like Kobe 6s probably have a little bit more love, right? Like this is one that people generally see and they're like, oh, that's like the same model as like the reverse Grinches or, some other very, very popular Kobe's that we have seen, right? 6s have been on a good run as of recent. That's, I think, one thing that we can all admit. But Kobe 6s, I mean, Jordan 6, I don't know. But shout out my Jordan 6 fans. So aside from that, y'all can see the prices $235, or we could just say $234 to about a range of $320. You can see 13.5 is up there, 14 is up there, 15 is up there. No surprise. I mean, those are just sizes that a lot of people that are hooping are going to be looking for. Some of my taller folks, my centers, my power forward, whatever. I mean, I don't really know basketball positions like that anymore. I used to as a kid, but my taller folks, right? 6'5", 6'6" individuals, they're probably going to be looking for, 13, 14, 15, right? I would assume. And as you can see, those are going to be the ones that are going for more because there's going to be lots of sales there, but also they just don't make a lot of those sizes. Like, hopefully I showed y'all the numbers a second ago or a minute ago. Y'all can see those are just the sizes that they do not make a lot of. So I think that's one thing that we can all understand is that those are the sizes that A, more people are targeting because they're going to flip for more, but B, they're just going to be harder to hit because there's less of them out there. So understand that. That's why sometimes it's better to go for a smaller size because you'll just have a better chance of hitting. So at least you get a pair, you can flip that pair and then go get the size you want. You know what I mean? That's some advice I always try and give. You know what I mean? Use the resale market. It's there. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't flip kicks, you should take advantage of it because sometimes it can help you get a pair of kicks you want. Get what I'm saying? Because, for example, you cop a pair, right? And then it goes up. Like, I just got a notification for SB Dunk Low sneakers. I don't know which pair that is, but I think it's just like some random brick. But aside from me getting distracted, let's just say you cop a random pair of sneakers, right? Or a hype drop, right? You get them for retail. Boom. It goes up in price like $100 in a month. And then you take that pair, right? And you trade it for like 2 or 3 ones that you want because the pair you have is worth like $400, $500 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? $300, $400. You can take that and trade for, 3 lower value ones or 3 ones that you really want or 2 ones or another pair that you really have been looking for. So that's something I'm always trying to give is like, even if you don't resell, you can take advantage of it to get something you want sometimes. If you need to do that. But in particular, with this sneaker right here, between a range of, again, about, we could just say 230, 320, I think these will probably stay about where they're at for the next few months. If I'm going to keep it real, the prices you see now, I really don't see changing that much. Because go look at the asks here. I'm even going to go to size 11.5, and I feel like this is fairly telling. So as y'all can see, they have gone up a little bit, like a couple bucks, but check out these asks. Again, this lets me know that there's a good amount of pairs out there, right? Y'all can see 264, 266, 268, 270, and look, 10 pairs right there. Again, there's not a ton listed for size 11.5, but I mean, there's a good amount. And we still have the pairs on the way from sneakers as well. Like, people aren't listing those yet because, well, they're not in hand. So I think that's just something that we have to mention right here about the Kobe 6 Dodgers. There's a decent amount, especially check out the smaller sizes, bro. I mean, you see what I mean? There's just tons of these that are listed right now. Not a lot, of course, as you can see. If someone were to just go out the way and start buying a ton, then these would really go up in price. But I think, again, it's going to take a bit before we see progress on these. There is tons of sales happening. As y'all can see, this is a very, very, very popular sneaker. So, again, as we take a look, they have tanked in price, but they have also flattened out. Look at this. The dropping is done. So if you wanted to go out the way and buy them right now, that's not a terrible idea because I don't think they're going to drop in price much more if they do. But I don't think that they're going to just soar up in price all of a sudden. If they were to go up in price, I think it would be something just kind of slow and consistent each month. Like, we would see them go up $20 one month, and then $30 another month, and then $50 another month. And then, you know what I mean? They would just kind of be slowly and consistently more and more as less and less pairs are on the market. So, again, we still have all those pairs on the way from raffles and sneakers, and people are picking up their pairs right, and they're going to decide whether they want to list them or wear them over the next few days. So kind of understanding that, I think that the best thing that we can use on the sneaker is just being a bit patient. Or if you want a pair, you can go out the way and do it now, because as you guys can see, they're done dropping in price. They haven't really came down much more over the last day or so. But I do feel like that, again, once pairs land from sneakers and different online raffles, they will probably come down in price, maybe a little bit more, maybe another 10 to 20 bucks. But it might not happen, because as y'all can see, these have very, very high sales volume. Tons of people want these, so understand that. And as y'all can see, people are willing to bid up for the sneaker. I mean, check a look, $350. And if you take a look at the recent sales, look, they are slowly going up. You know what I mean? I mean, size 15, $342. That's a steal for size 13. Whoever copped that, bro, nice. That's a good deal. Aside from the fees and everything, but that's pretty decent. If you found a 13 locally for like under 300, bro, you're winning. That's just what I'm gonna say. Because also, another thing I want to mention, another reason why I do think these will do good long term, right? And I don't think they'll make much progress again over the next month to 3 months. But after that, I think there's definitely progress to be made. Reason for that is because I already see people locally, right? And also people outside my area selling these for $275 to $300 per. And they're selling, right? Like they're selling out at those prices. Like people are going all the way. They're paying $300 for these. They're paying $275 for these already. So understanding that, seeing the prices a little bit lower than that on apps right now, that usually lets me know, hey, if people are able to sell them for more right now off apps, then that'll probably follow pretty soon on apps. You know what I mean? Like eventually the prices are going to rise on apps. So that's one thing I want to mention. Like I see people selling them at 275, 300. They're going to eventually go to 275, 300 and then onwards and onwards. You know what I mean? But again, within the first month, 3 months, I don't see much progress happening. I could be wrong, but I think that these will probably just stay pretty steady, be about where they're at. There'll be a consistent amount of pairs that'll be on the way. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's a crazy amount of sales. I have to admit, that is a lot of sales for a Kobe sneaker in a few days, right? And most of those happen within the last day or so. So we'll check up on this in a couple days and we'll see where it's at. I don't know if I'll make another video, but just check in a day or two. I bet you there'll be even more. So that's one thing that I can say about this particular sneaker right here. I mean, they're doing well. I think it is a good long-term bet, but just be cautious. Again, you don't need to go out the way and pay super hefty resale prices right now because, well, they could come down a little bit more in price once pairs land from sneakers. And if not, then again, now's not a bad opportunity to buy. Just don't be looking to cop on apps because you'll probably pay a little bit more fees. But if you put a low bid out there, hey, maybe you'll hit. You never know. Something could happen. So again, we're going to end that screen record. And that's what I can say about the Kobe 6 Dodgers. The prices have dropped, but that's my kind of like what I think about the whole. It's still worth it, but only long term. And again, over the next few months, not much is going to happen, in my opinion. So if you guys do want more content like this, again, fire, like the extra laces, everything with this shoe, man, it's so nice. But if y'all want more, feel free to subscribe and like down below. And sorry if this video is out late today. Hopefully it isn't. Your boy just has a decent amount of work today to get done, but we're up early getting it done. You know what I mean? That is the goal. We're going to try and make sure we get everything out the way. You know what I mean? Just so we can chill a little bit later. And let me know your thoughts on the sneaker. Did y'all cop for retail? And if you did, let me know how many pairs you hit. Excuse me, your boy cannot speak today. But yeah, if y'all want to just let me know that in the comments. Check out my IGs down below, the Whatnot Lives. Don't forget, we just went crazy there today. But if y'all want to check out some of the upcoming streams, do not miss it. We run heat there every time. Clothing pieces, lots of sneakers, used, new. We got, tons of sneakers on the way. Next week's going to be crazy. We got so many shoes on the way for next week. So if you're a big sneaker guy, hey, just save the upcoming streams. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff. Bricks, heat, new, used. Do not miss it. And also, us at Resell Vision down below. Don't forget, we're out there going to be doing the SB4 Navy or Tourmaline SB under market. I'm just waiting for the Tourmalines to land so we can then make a decision and decide which one we're going to do under market for our members in there. So shout out to the few folks that are in there. I love you guys as always. We got tons on the way, and I appreciate everyone's patience with me as always. As y'all can see, man, these are nice. I'm just glad that I hit another in my size for retail because I'm probably going to tow these. Like, I'm just waiting for like a little bit more. I got to wait for some cash to come in, you know what I mean? And then, well, I'm probably going to make the decision to wait these, you know what I mean? Just trying to make the smart financial choice, make sure I can afford it, you know what I mean? Well, I already bought it, so I guess I can, but you know, just like, we got to be patient, you know what I mean? Because this is a brand new pair. I count all brand new pairs I have as like, you know, part as like my inventory value, right? So like if I wear them, it takes down the value. So like, you know what I mean? I'm waiting for the new pair to come in and then a couple other things, so I can just take that one out. Won't really affect it. All right, my brain's just running crazy right now. We got to go get our work done. I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Leave your thoughts, any questions in the comments, and I'll get back to it. See y'all then. Peace.